Well, hey there, folks. Welcome to the BRO Reloading Bench. We're going to be talking about the new TPS Cushion wad, what we found out, what works better, and basically just how I do it. Stand by. Okay. As I went ahead, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pop in a segment right now that shows you how I trim up these TPS cushion wads. This is uncut, untrimmed right here. And here we go. Here are a couple that I'm calling half cut and deep cut. I'm going to explain to you right now how I make this happen. Okay, my peeps, I'm going to see if I can keep this here where you can see this is the new TPS cushion wad, power piston, flat base. The only thing I haven't loaded these in yet is a 2 3/4 inch, and I'm sure it will work just fine, but I've loaded them in 3 inch and 3 1/2. 3 1/2 inch, the 3 1/2 inch loads, whenever we cut our pedals in here manually, I haven't had to trim the wad to fit perfect from a buckshot loads in the 3 1/2 inch. For the 3 inch, not only have we got to cut our pedals, but we've got to trim about 1/4 inch off depending on what powder we're using. If we're using a steel powder, then I have to trim sometimes almost 1/2 inch off of the wad. Stand by, I'm going to show you how I use these simple little Medics shears to cut our pedals and trim the wad. Alrighty. I'm hoping the light will pick up. You can see there's a seam right here on both sides. Seam here and a seam here on both sides. I don't know if I got enough light. I've got every dang light in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 lights and a candle burning over here. But anyway, I hope you can see that seam. If it'll focus right there. Anyway, that's where we're going to start. And when you see me talk about short cut and long cut, I did both ways. This is how I did this. For the short cut, the padded end of these Medic shears, the safety end, and I pushed them all the way in till it bottoms out into the wad, and I'm right on that seam right here. And so while I'm on that seam, I just cut till it stops right there, flip it around here to the seam on the other side, run it until it stops, cut, and see, it's about a half cut. That's what I've been calling it. I've been cutting 4 pedals, so just 180 again, or here, start on this side, split 1 pedal on that side, and do the same here. And we got 4 pedals here. Now we got 4 symmetrical pedals. Now it may be necessary, I say maybe, if you're loading anything other than 3 1/2 inch, it will be necessary. But now you can take 1 pedal at a time, and I just guess this is about 1/4 inch trim that we trim right here like this. Now once you've got one trimmed, you can just lay your scissors right down here and trim, and then it's symmetrical all the way around. We took about 1/4 inch all the way around, and we've got a half cut. That was a great performer right there, guys. I was a great performer at the range with the buckshot with that half cut. Alright, the only difference, the long cut, I do the exact same thing with this wad, only we're putting the safety end to the outside of the wad. Find the seam again right here and running that in just as far as it will go, just like this, far as it will go, and then cut it right on the seam, and it cuts it to within about 1/4 inch of the bottom. Flip it around 180 degrees. Let me go find our seam again, run it in all the way on there, follow the seam, just like that. Now we've got 2 long cut pedals within 1/4 inch of the bottom, and then the exact same thing here, right in the middle, right here, right in the middle. And now we've got 4 pedals that looks a lot like the already cut TPS wad, don't it? But that's what I'm calling the deep cut. And then the same thing, if it's not going in a 3.5 inch, we'll have to cut at least 1/4 of an inch off for 80% of the loads. If you're using the steel powder, you're going to find yourself needing to cut about 1/2 inch off of these. We're going to do a demo at the bench with a round, or one of the base rounds that we've had really good performance down at the range. I'm going to show you how I put that together, and then we got all those cool range videos where we actually patterned everything. Y'all stand by. Well, nearly all the tests that I did with the new TPS Cushion wad worked good. Some worked great or outstanding, and we're going to run through those. You're going to see at the range the ones that were, well, you're going to see the wide range of different pattern configurations that we got. Some were just really good uniform patterns. Some were tighter patterns. I like a tighter pattern. Captain Buster likes a wider uniform pattern. So there was something in there for everybody. But I really like them. I really like these new TPS Cushion wads. They've all performed well. So anyway, I've got steel powder in the Hornady lock and load here. A couple of our best performers used the blue dot powder. We need 33.5 grains of blue dot. I've got the Hornady lock and load. I'm just using the scale on it. I haven't got it activated. All I have is I have it turned on so I can use the scale. I need 33.5 grains of blue dot. This is one of our best performers. Just a couple more grains. 33.6, 1/10 of a grain. Not going to make that big of a difference. I've got some clear Fiocchi. I've also got some clear Chidite. The Chidite and the clear Chidite and the clear Fiocchi holes I have found to be identical performers. They perform one just like the other. I've got 4 Chidite clear here. I've got some Fiocchi clear somewhere, but the standard the Fiocchi green or whatever color you get in the Fiocchi will all work well here. Also using some once fired Remington Express. They all worked well. So what I'm going to demo for you guys here today, I'm just going to pull up a clear Chidite or Fiocchi. No matter what the color of the Chidite or Fiocchi, they performed equally well for us down at the range. And I'll grab my 33.5 grains of blue dot. Put it into my hole. And then it doesn't matter, but I got the shallow cut or the half cut trimmed TPS Cushion wad, and we're also going to hit it with, it may be a fairly new product to some of you guys, but the Mica Wad Slick Ballistic Products. I have fallen in love with this stuff. It works good with the brand new holes, and especially with the once fired. You feel down inside of a once fired hole, some of them feel a little rough inside that hole, especially on your heavy hitting Magnum loads. So I just dip it right down into the Wad Slick and knock it off, knock the excess powder off. You'll notice a huge difference. You slide one down in here without the Wad Slick, slide one in here with the Wad Slick, and you see what I'm talking about. It lowers pressures, it makes it easier for the wad to escape the hole. I love the stuff. It has worked really well for me. I mean, it slides in there slick as silk, guys. And my Sharpie ramrod here. And you see with the pedals trimmed, you see through here? You don't want too much less than that, or the crimp will try to ride back up on you. I had one that I had to show you an example. If you don't have the wad trimmed quite far enough, it'll make your crimp ride back up on you like that. You guys that are running into that, your wad's probably a little bit too long. You need to trim just a little bit off of it. We're going to get 18 31 caliber single aught. Reason being, with this new wad with the flat base, we can stack them in here by 3s instead of by 2s. So we can get 18 in here. That's why Blue Dot likes it so much, or why it likes the Blue Dot so much. So we got 3 in there, starting with 3s and come on up with 3s till we hit 18. 18 right to the top of the trim TPS Cushion wad. This one has performed really well out of my stoker. and then it's about 3.1 cc dipper, 3.1 cc dipper, lead dipper of the Ballistic Products original buffer is perfect. It goes in around this powder coated buckshot like a dream. All right. Like a dream. And I take nail hardener from the dollar store. Just paint a little bit right there around the end. That won't let any of that buffer fall out. If you've got a real good crimp, it won't fall out anyway. But there you go. 18 pellet hammer hitting rascal right here, son. And with all of the different data that I provided down there, that is the procedure to load it, whether you're using number 4 buck or you're using, as big as I could get in here was the 32 cal single alt, 14 pellets. That was as big a pellets as I could get to stack in this TPS wide. You get up to 33 cal, they dimple the hole out too bad. They don't like to fit in that wide. 32 cal, maximum size, all the way down to TF for coyote loads, all that other stuff. BB works great out of this wide, guys. Okay, I'm going to take you down to the range and show you what kind of testing we got into, what worked well and what worked great. Stand by. Alright folks, we're running some tests on these brand new designed TPS wads. These are the 3-inch TPS. And you see these are uncut when you get them. I cut these myself. And if you hear me say shortcut or half cut, this is what I'm talking about. It's about 3/4 deep. And if you see me listed as a deep cut, see these are within, 1/4 of an inch or less at the bottom right at the power piston. The new design has got a power piston and a flat bottom on the inside. It's not concaved or dipped on the inside. It is flat, which makes it great for buckshot loads. So that's what we're going to test right now. Alrighty folks, first shot is a once fired 3-inch Remington Express buckshot hole. We've got Winchester Western primer in it, 27 grains of 800X. The newly designed and trimmed TPS wad. This one is a deep cut, and we have 24 number 2 buck 27 caliber 27 caliber buckshot powder coated in this first shot. Stand by. All right baby, here we go. $12.99. I say that's pretty close to 1,300 foot per second. New TPS wads.
Oh, thanks.
That's all right. We're at 50 meters, so we're at 54 yards. And, Lord, the paper's covered side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, a 24. And we have right across the center of the paper right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I miss that one? I don't know, but right animal anywhere in here in the center of the paper, he's got buckshot in him. I would expect it to tighten up a little bit more, but we'll know as we shoot as we go along. Very first shot, wad did excellent, and you can see the symmetrical grabs around the base. That means the butt kicker did its job, grabbing the wad and slowing it down. You can see the little dips right here. That's where a butt kicker grabbed it. Looks great. Alright, next shot is 18 pellets of number 1 powder coated, 28 grains a long shot. It's got the new trimmed TPS wad in it, deep cut, just like the last shot. This is a once fired Fiocchi hull with the 616 Fiocchi primer reinstalled back in it, covered in Ballistic Products original buffer. Just let me know when you're ready. Alright, let's see how she likes the number 1s. 13, 15. Pretty consistent, holding right around 1,300 foot per second. That's 30 caliber number ones. You ready? I mean, that's side to side, folks. Uniform pattern. That's 30 cal number ones. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14 of 18. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get 14 again. 3, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of 18 number ones. All right. Let's move on. Okay, folks, once fired Federal buckshot hull, 28 grains of long shot, got the new TPS wide in it. This is going to be the shortcut, half cut. We got 18 pellets of 31 cal single aught in this one. 18 pellets of 31 cal single aught, covered in Ballistic Products original buffer. All right, babe, ready? $13, $14. I mean, dang consistent, right around 1,300 foot per second. Wow, what a pattern. Ooh wee. And also, folks, like I said, this was the half cut. You may find that the half cut wide works better than the deep cut. This was 18 pellets of 31 caliber, single aught, powder coated. Traveled at 1,300 foot per second. I was able to find the wide on this one too. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 to 18, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 to 18, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 31 cal right here. I can cover dead center with my hand, and spaced out all around it, more 31 cal pellets. That is a hunter's pattern right there, especially one shooting a fast mover in thick cover. That would be awesome right there. Okay, boys and girls, I was able to find the wide with the 31 cal single aught with the half cut. Here's the long cut with the number ones. Great pattern, but you can obviously see the difference. Buck kicker choke is doing its job and grabbing and slowing this wide down, but it looks like, I'm going to try another half cut. Looks like the half cut wide is holding a little bit tighter patterns for us, if that's what you want. And me, that's what I like. I like the tighter patterns. All right, I'm going to see if I can find, I think I got a number 3 buck with a half cut. Let's see how it does. All right, what I did have, I have a number 2 buck in a half cut. And on that number 2 was my first shot. Was a decent pattern. Let's see if the half cut tightens it up. We got a brand new Fiocchi Ballistic Products hull here, clear. We've got a 32 of blue dot, 24 pellets of powder coated 27 cal. The new TPS wide half cut, like I demoed before. All right, let's see how this does at 50 meters or 54 yards. Blue dot was 1178, so the blue dot's a little bit slower. The hull looks excellent. Can definitely be loaded again. It looks like that wad with the, it still scattered them a little bit. I wouldn't be tickled with that pattern. With the new TPS wad, my shotgun normally really likes the number 2 buck with the MG42 wad and the old TPS configuration. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and it scattered them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and it scattered them. So, all right, let's try something else. All right, I found one. Got a once fired Remington Nitro 3-inch express hull. 28 a long shot Winchester Western primer, the new TPS wide half cut covered in original buffer, and this is the powder coated number 1, 18 pellets of my powder coated number 1 shot. .1292. So with the 28 a long shot and the new TPS wide, around 1,300 foot per second is where we're holding. Hull is excellent, can definitely be loaded again. It's another great uniform pattern. Surely is. That animal was anywhere inside this paper, he was hit with 30 caliber pellets. That's a double hit right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of 18. I've done better with other stuff, but that's out of the Stoker. I haven't tried the 870 yet. We'll try 1 or 2 out of the 870 and with the short barrel and see if it does about the same. Y'all stand by. Alrighty folks, I got a number 3 buck, 34.5 steel, brand new Fiocchi primed hull from Ballistic Products. Like I said, 34.5 of steel powder, new TPS wide half cut. We got 31 number 3 buck pellets in here covered in Ballistic Products original buffer. We're going to shoot this one out of the short barreled 8.7, 26-inch barrel 870 with the standard full butt kicker choke. Alrighty, here we go. .1356. Just about kicked it out by itself. Pump gun will do that if you're not holding the front. Okay. Wow, it's a nice even pattern. There are 31 pellets of number 3 buck in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Got 18 of 31 out of the short barrel 870. We out here in the middle of the paper right here in a 14-inch circle. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right here in the center of the paper, 25 caliber buckshot. Alright, new Fiocchi primed hull from Ballistic Products, 27800X. It's got the new TPS wide deep cut. We got 18 single alt, 31 cal single alt. The Stoker did the best with this. We're going to shoot this out of the 870 and see how it does with the 31 cal with this new TPS wide. Y'all stand by. Here we go. .1263, but it's a shorter barrel. And as expected, the hull looks just fine. I forgot to turn the chrono cam on. Here it is after the shot. 870, second shot with a 31 cal. Well, folks, we're not seeing they're just wadded pellets right here. And what we're seeing is consistent, complete paper coverage with the patterns. Now this is 31 caliber, single alt right here. And there's it's uniform covered from one side to the other. Nicked it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 18 from one side across to the other. And we do have one in the bull. There's 331 cal right there in the center of the paper. Animal is anywhere in this paper, he's hit with a 31 caliber ball. I'd say that's pretty impressive, pretty consistent as well. Okay folks, last one with the new TPS style wad. Found the one I was looking for earlier. We got 33 grains of blue dot. The new TPS with a deep cut. We got 18 number ones in here. I wanted to try that again with the blue dot powder. Usually don't push it as fast, but it's most of the time it'll hold a little bit tighter patterns with the blue dot. We're going to try this out of the Stoker. Stand by. All right, here we go. .1228. Not surprising with 33 grains of blue dot, but we did get it up over 1,200 foot per second that time. Wow, another really good pattern. I had to pull just a little bit left. It ain't been shooting left or right. It's been dead center. That's going to be me pulling it just a little left. That's one of the best patterns yet, though. Using the blue dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of 18. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of 18. I don't see any double hits. 30 cal number one with 33 grains of blue dot. That's our best performer right there with the number ones out of my Stoker anyway. That is one whale of a pattern right there, boys.